How could the Times claim impartiality when Theodore Herzl himself literally looks down at them in their meetings? Don't believe me? Check this out.
But if you look closely in the background as they interview the contestants for president, you'll find that photo with some kind of signature on it. I don't know if it's Herzl himself or what. Here too. Now, I like to think that Theodore Herzl, the founder of 20th century Jewish ethno-nationalism, is hovering over the Times.
So that's an odd choice of decoration for one of the world's leading newspapers. Theodore Herzl played a major role, if not the most important role, in the creation of the State of Israel and the ethnic cleansing of Palestine. The genocide that's happening today in Gaza can be traced directly back to him and his racist ideology. So how can the Times continue to claim impartiality? Well, it can't. And not just because of that portrait, because many of the Times' top staff have both material and ideological ties to Israel. Take Times CEO Meredith Kopit Levien. When she was stepping into her role as CEO of the Times, she was still on the advisory council of a Zionist Jewish advocacy group. Or how about Joseph Kahn, the paper's executive editor, an open Zionist and the son of a board member of Camera.
Is there famine in Gaza? No.
A pro-Israel watchdog group that bullies any media institution or organization for coverage that it deems as anti-Israel biased. Or Isabel Kirshner. You may recognize her name because she's been the Jerusalem correspondent at the Times for more than 20 years. She is one of the Times' most trusted experts when it comes to covering Israel and Palestine. The only problem is that both Kirshner's husband and two of her sons were literally in the Israeli military. These deep, deep ties to Israel and Zionism are not just relegated to the New York Times. They run through the entire Western media landscape. CNN's Wolf Blitzer, once an editor for an AIPAC newsletter. Jeffrey Goldberg, now editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, once a literal prison guard for the Israeli army. Rafi Berg, BBC Middle East editor, who is accused of having ties both to the Mossad and the CIA. So what do we make of these connections? Right now, during Israel's ongoing genocide in Gaza, more than 240 Palestinian journalists have been killed. And let's face it, Western media is a big part of the problem. Instead of condemning Israel's attacks on the media and fighting for press freedom everywhere, it stays silent. It erases Palestinian journalists, their names, their work, their humanity. It repeats Israeli talking points that label Palestinian journalists as Hamas fighters to justify their assassination. This isn't neutrality or even complicity. At this point, it's active participation in genocide. Because from Herzl on the wall to IDF veterans in the newsroom, the bias is as clear as day. And until the mainstream media starts reporting honestly on genocide, it will be complicit in one.